We actually have a guest in the studio, a very young artist from here in Adelaide. His name is Angus Brillreed, and I don't even know how to introduce him. He has done so many things. Has hosted some radio shows, has had a song included, shortlisted for the Eurovision Australia Decides competition, winning songwriting competitions. It's Angus Brillreed. Good afternoon, Angus.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? So, you have done so many things. How would you like to describe yourself?
I mean, it kind of, all started. I just fiddled around on my dad's iPad with GarageBand and got obsessed with fiddling with sounds, making music. So it's kind of developed over a long time. I really started like doing opera singing and stuff like that, and now it's moved into more production sides where I'm making kind of dance music and pop tracks. So definitely changed a lot, but that's where I'm going at the moment.
Yeah, it sounds like you are very much a performer.
Yeah. So as I said, I did opera and musical theatre, so that really helps me. I mean, on stage nowadays, and such an important thing with all this, social media, where the visual is such an important aspect in music today. So definitely having that kind of performance background's helped me.
Yeah, that's it's quite a lot of things to be doing. You dance, you sing, you act. You've done all of them, but now you're writing your own stuff. Is it a little bit harder doing your own stuff?
I mean, it's yours, so you can make it the way you want it to be. Obviously, you're always thinking about, how the audience is going to receive it, what they're going to kind of think about it. And I think it's really important to have a balance of the both. You don't want to be just writing for the commercial audience nowadays. Otherwise, no one's going to believe you. And, so writing lets me express what I want to let the world know. And I'm now writing about things that are more my age, because I really started and I was writing about kind of themes that were really mature, and it was kind of hard to believe what I was talking about, but writing about kind of teen issues and stuff like that.
You have written songs since the age of 12.
Yeah, so my first song I sang and recorded when I was 12 and released it out, Future Me. And that's kind of where it all started. There's like all those kind of opera elements in there, and it's completely different now to this kind of dance music with all, full drum arrangements and synthesizers.
Yeah, that's a question I was looking to ask. What kind of instruments are you working with? So GarageBand is how a lot of people get started with music now, but what do you like to work with?
Yeah, so I sit in my room. I've, over time developed like a bit of like a recording kind of place in my room, and I fiddle around with a keyboard and make new sounds with software. It's amazing now because you can get like free software packs anywhere and just connect it to your keyboard and make anything programmed to make drums and stuff like that. So I'm obsessed with doing that. That's how I make all my demos and get them to a point where, I really enjoy them. Yeah.
Are there any artists that you're looking towards to emulate?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of the late Avicii. He's definitely my major kind of inspiration. Also, big fan of Martin Garrix and people like Kygo. It's just their style and the way that they kind of weave, commercial pop into really feel-good electronic dance music. Yeah.
You have a single coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
And it is in the lead up to working on an EP, I've heard.
Yeah. So the whole idea is that initially we were going to be kind of making this EP where we'd release it at once, and we're going to be releasing all the singles separately. So hopefully, that kind of, happens that way. But this one, Cutting Corners, is its name. Yeah, it's coming out this Friday, and it's kind of exploring the concept that, sometimes the journey is just as important as the destination, like in relationships, like careers, studies, sport, family, or other, chapters in life. Much as people would love it to be otherwise, they're really like shortcuts, I guess, in life. So that's really what it kind of explores.
We'll be hearing that in just a moment. But could you tell us a little bit about how the EP has been coming together? So have you been just writing singles and then releasing them as you like?
It's previous to now. And I guess into the future, just writing heaps and heaps of music. It's really important, I guess, to have lots so you can kind of choose the best out of that. I'm always someone that, like, a bit of a perfectionist, and I always want something to be great, and it's really hard to let things like that go. But yeah, learning that's really, really helpful. So yeah, I just write new songs, get them to the point where I want to take them further, and that's where kind of Car Clue comes in, helping, you know, support me so that I can get them properly produced and out there into the public. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. An entire grant to help you create an EP.
Yeah, exactly. It's been amazing. So they pretty much just, you know, fund me to go have studio time so that I can, you know, have a professional help me turn my song into, you know, what I initially saw it being and what, you know, sounds right to be out in the world. So, yeah.
Is there any chance of having a tour in the future? I know it's a little early.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a tad early now. I definitely want to look into that kind of thing, and performing is definitely something I want to keep developing and keep exploring. A tour would be amazing. If I got to that point, I think, you know, I'd be over the moon.
Have you done any live performances of your music so far?
Yeah, so done live performances where I've kind of done covers and my own music. I love kind of doing a balance between the two. Really gotten into DJing, and gonna try and get around the place, weaving in some of my own songs into the mix. Yeah,
it sounds amazing. So could you tell us what your EP is about? And
yeah, so all the songs, they kind of encompass just talking about the other person, if that makes sense, and myself. And as I said before, whether it's like relationships, careers, you know, yeah, exploring the way, the interactions within kind of the journey along the way, and the ins and outs, what I've kind of learnt, what I kind of haven't learnt. Yeah.
So when is this EP coming out?
Yeah, so they're all coming out individually first. Cutting Corners, obviously, this Friday, and then 4 more, hopefully 1 more by the end of this year, and a few into the early 2020.